Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Sydney. I film cruelty-free beauty videos 3 times a week on my channel. Today's video is going to be a shop my stash basket-ish video. So I want to bring back shopping my stash onto my channel. You guys know I do a lot of videos like centered around shopping your stash for specific dupes or specific concepts, stuff like that, but I don't really just do like a general shop my stash, and those are one of my absolute favorite videos to watch. I was doing those on my channel. I think I started doing them like over the summer, but honestly they weren't doing that hot on my channel and they took me a lot of time to film. So I would like to implement that in a different way on my channel in 2020. But you guys, I thought instead of doing a like weekly shop my stash where I just kind of pick out 1 or 2 products, I thought we could do something a little bit more broad. So I do like to switch up the products that are kind of on top of my desk because of course those are the ones that I'm seeing every day. Those are the ones I'm going to reach for. So I thought maybe we could do this together instead. So I would like to take you along for the process. I'll show you me kind of digging through my collection, pulling products out, explaining my thought process behind them, and then I will put them back into those organizers. I think this could be a fun way for you guys to see a little bit more of my collection, and for me to consistently reorganize this stuff and make sure I'm rotating through things, because I tend to just like leave things in these organizers how they are for the majority of the year because I just forget about it, and let's be honest, it's kind of a big undertaking. But I'm gonna stop blabbering on and let's hop into shopping my stash. Alright guys, so we are just going to jump right in. This is my foundations, concealer, powder, and primer drawer. So for foundation this month, I think the first one that I want to grab is my Pretty Fresh foundation. You know what, let me bring my light over here. I feel like this is kind of dark. I hope that's a little bit better. But the first product that I want to grab is my Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Moisturizer. I just want this because I've been in the mood for some lighter base makeup lately where I just go in and spot conceal and then I use this on top. I feel like it looks really skin-like, really natural. And then I also want to pull out my Maybelline Superstay foundation as well as my Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation, because this has kind of been my go-to filming foundation combo because I feel like it gives me a really flawless finish, but I'm not really enjoying either of those foundations anymore, so I'm just trying to use them up. And then I would like to grab my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate foundation as my final foundation pick because that one is my favorite. And then as far as concealer goes, I think this month I really want to work on finishing up my Conceal and Hydrate concealer. I've been really into my Bare Minerals serum concealer lately, but I have been neglecting this one, and this one's almost done. So I'm going to grab both of them, but I'm going to primarily focus on the Conceal and Hydrate concealer. I do already have a powder in my little organizer because in my project pan, so I'm going to skip powder for now. And then for foundation, I'm going to grab my Poreless Putty Primer to try to get some use out of this. And then I also want to grab my Kaleido Cosmetics Dream Lust Pore Refining Dewy Primer because I just got this in and I really want to test it out. Alright, next drawer we have bronzer, blush, and highlighter. So I actually already have a blush in my project pan, but I do think I want to grab one more. This palette isn't in this drawer because it's too big to store and it will be stored with my palettes on top of my desk. But I think for blush, I want to grab the Cotton Candy Champagne Blush Lighter palette from Beauty Bakery. I just think this palette is so pretty and I definitely have been neglecting it lately. And I think since the blush in my project pan is very matte, this will be fun to top it with. So that's going to be my other blush selection. And then for highlighter, I want to grab my ColourPop Light Sticks in the shade Starbright because I feel like I haven't gotten a lot of use out of it. It is a tad bit glittery and I think that's probably the main reason why. It's not super everyday friendly, but I think it could be fun to pull out for filming. And then for one more option for highlighter and then for blush and bronzer too, I'm going to grab my Becca Afterglow palette. This palette has, you know what, actually no, I'm not going to grab this. For another highlighter option, I'm going to grab my Laura Mercier Matte Baked Radiance highlighter. This one's in the shade 01. This can be very soft or go on very strong for a very blinding highlight, so I like the versatility of that one. For bronzer, I actually have one in my project pan, so I'm just going to leave that one out for a matte option, but for more of a glowy option, I'm going to grab my Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer just because I really want to use this up and get it out of my collection. And then I think I am going to give myself a cream blush option, and I'm going to grab the ColourPop blush sticks. Next up, we have the fun part, which is eyeshadow, which is my favorite part to pick out, but I think I'm actually going to go pick out my eyeshadow palettes first, and then we'll pick out some single shadows and cream shadows and all that to kind of accent them. Okay, so I did pick quite a few palettes. This may be too many, it might be not enough. We're just going to test it out with this first month. So I'm just going to show you guys really quickly what I picked picked out. So the first palette that I grabbed was the COLOURPOP palette from Kaleido Cosmetics. I did haul this in my Black Friday haul, which I do want to do a haul update video on very soon. So I may be switching a couple of these out for some of the palettes that I hauled in that video, just so I can get a feel for them. Yes, my Christmas tree is still up. You can see it in the mirror. But this palette is really gorgeous. I feel like it could be really nice for every day or for something that's a little more colorful, a little more fun. So I grabbed this one out. I also grabbed my Lethal Cosmetics shadows because I just have been wanting to use them. I pulled them out the other day to do a Shop My Stash for Dupes video, and I just really love the colors that I picked out. So I want to pull these out and use them some more. I also pulled out my little Persona Color Theory pink eye palette just because Valentine's Day is coming up and I think this would be fun to create some romantic looks with. I grabbed my Alma palette from Amy Hearts Beauty because again, I need to review this one pretty soon. This one is absolutely gorgeous and I played with it quite a bit, especially the last couple days, but I can't wait to play with it even more. And then I also grabbed my So Jaded palette from ColourPop. I just really love this palette, you guys. I have been playing with it quite a bit. I got this one for Christmas, but I just want to play with it even more. Oh, and then I'm also including my ColourPop Give It To Me Straight palette because this is in my current rotation of, I still don't know what I'm calling that series. I think I titled the video like Pan in Every Palette, but I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the outcome of this project. I'm just trying to focus on certain shadows to try to hit pan on them or at least get some progress. Right now I'm focusing on Downright in this palette, so of course this palette needs to stay out so I can get some use out of it. So I'm gonna go put those in my little organizer and then we'll pick out these products. I forgot one. This is my empty ColourPop palette and this is just full of my newest single shadows. Again, things that I got from Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so I just want to test these out as much as I can before I give my final thoughts on them. So now let's get into actually picking some cream shadows, some single shadows, stuff like that to actually accent those palettes, even though I don't know if I'll need them because I have so many to choose from. Let's start out with some cream shadows. So first I want to grab this Sydney Grace cream shadow. This one's in the shade Splendor, which if you guys can tell is like a pretty blue. I think this one would pair really nicely with the Alma palette as like a liner. I'm also going to grab my Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit eyeshadow in the shade Pure Intentions because when I do dramatic looks, I love to pop this kind of in my crease to kind of outline my half cut crease. I'm going to pull out my MAC paint pot because this is also in my project pan, so I want to make sure I'm getting as much use out of this as possible. I'm going to grab this Kaleido Cosmetics Foil Magna shadow. This one is this beautiful hot pink shade. It's in the shade Puce because I want to test these out so I can share a review of them. I don't want that shade. I think I want this shade too. Yeah, and I'm also gonna grab this shade, which is called Moonlight. Okay, so let's move on to pigments. So I'm going to grab this beautiful kind of burgundy liner from ColourPop. This is called Joyride. I think this would pair really nicely with the ColourPop palette. I'm also going to grab the yellow shade to pair with that palette and maybe the blue shade to pair with Alma. I also want to get some more use out of these ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed. I'm going to grab this one. This one's called Trippin' on Skies. And I think I'm going to call it good on this drawer for right now. Okay, next up we have some lip options. I'm going to grab this high pigment lip pencil from Bite Beauty. This one's in the shade Sable. It's just a nice warm nude. I'm also going to grab my Eclectic Beauty Plasma Clear Lip Gloss. I have been absolutely obsessed with these Pixie glittery glosses right now. This one is in the shade Parfait. And then I'm also going to grab the blue one. This one's in the shade Sorbet. I think the blue one is so fun to throw over a nude lip when I'm doing kind of a blue or purple toned eye. Which reminds me, I also want a cooler nude. So I'm going to grab this shade from Jouer Cosmetics in the shade Rain, something like that. And I think I'm gonna call it good for this drawer. So as far as bold lippies go in this drawer, I'm gonna pull out this pretty mauvey purple shade from AOA Studio. It's the shade Tease. I'm also gonna grab out this really deep purple from Eclectic Beauty Cosmetics called Hemithrin. I also want to take this lipstick from Kaleido Cosmetics because it's new and I haven't worn it yet. This one's in the shade Luna. Ooh, that's really pretty. Ooh, I'm excited to wear that. And then I think I'm also going to grab this one from Eclectic Beauty Cosmetics. It's called Hemoglobin. It's this really pretty kind of tomato red. And finally, we're on setting sprays. And for setting spray, I'm just going to grab my Valjean Labs Hydrate Mist. And then I'm also going to grab my Makeup Revolution Sport Fix setting spray. So I have my hydrating setting spray and my long wearing setting spray. Alright guys, so now that I've chosen everything that I want to work on for the next month or so, I'm going to work on filling this organizer up and then we'll also fill the letter organizer up. Okay guys, Okay, so I feel like this looks a lot more empty than I thought it would. I felt like I grabbed a lot of products. I don't want to put more products in right now. I just kind of want to test out this amount of products for the month. Of course, you guys know that there wasn't a perfect spot for everything, so I kind of just chucked my Pretty Fresh moisturizer right there. But we're gonna try this out. We're gonna see how it functions as kind of a shop my stash type basket thing. So now let's do something with all of those palettes. So you guys, that is it for shopping my stash. We are all done with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found those little time-lapse clips very satisfying of me clearing things out and putting things back in. I know I had a lot of fun doing it, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this series. Like I said, I'm not really sure what I'm going to call this, whether it's the shop my stash basket, whether it's shop my stash bag. I feel like it should just be shopping my stash, period. But I do plan to update this series. I don't think I'm going to do it every month because I feel like I'm not going to get through all those products in one month. But I could see myself doing this every other month or once every 3 months, something like that. So we'll just see kind of how I'm feeling after this first round. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on more Shop My Stash videos from me. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye!